customer retention, social proof, and also just in general improving customer experience when they're on the website. This is our strategy, let's say, to have a tool that, let's say, replaces 5 different tools. So they don't have to download 5 different apps. I mean, it's very convenient to have everything under one dashboard.
You're listening to Ecomonics, a Debutify podcast, your resource for one-of-a-kind insights into the world of e-commerce and business in the modern age. This is Joseph. I'll be presenting a wealth of industry knowledge from interviews with successful business people and our own state-of-the-art research. Your time is valuable, so let's go. Polina Kulikova, it is great to have you here on Ecomonics. How are you doing tonight? How are you feeling?
Hey, I'm doing great. How about you?
Not too bad. Had a decent sleep, so those are always something to be grateful for. I'm in an area where there's a lot of construction, so if my alarm clock doesn't get me, it will be the telltale signs of drilling. I lovingly refer to it as drilling season. There's a couple of episodes. There was like a week of episodes where they were like shimmying up and down our balcony, and I'm like, please, not now. Please, just come back in an hour. So that's how I'm doing. Other than that, I'm all right.
Yeah, for me, it's just evening. I had a long day of work, and I had about an hour-long walk with my dog. By the way, I have a Labrador Retriever,
Oh,
so
lovely.
she's good, and she ended up swimming in the lake out of nowhere. So yeah, it was a hectic evening for me.
Did you have to go in and get her?
Yeah, so she sometimes behaves not well, but
Mhm.
it's same as any puppy.
Yeah,
But it's fun.
it's the price we pay for unconditional love and affection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love animals. So I mean, if she barks during this podcast, so sorry, I cannot do anything about it. Sometimes she wants to join in.
No worries. Worst case scenario, maybe we'll ask to have her on camera for a second, just so that we can get a good look at that cute pepper's face. But no, so far so good. So it's been a long day for you. So sit back, relax, and let's just have ourselves a fun little chat about e-commerce and everything we can do to make other people's lives better. First question is, tell us what you do and tell us what you're up to these days.
So shortly about me and the company that I work at. So I work at Growave as a PR and content manager, and also mostly what I do is blogging or webinars or any kind of partnerships with in another e-commerce businesses or Shopify apps. Also, I've done a lot of articles for Shopify in the past, especially about app development and shortly about Growave. So it's an app, a Shopify app. It's basically all in one app. We have over let's say over 5 apps in one, which is pretty cool. I mean, if you compare us to other apps, they let's say have 2 or 3 features in it, or let's say there are other apps that have 40 plus features, but they're not as comprehensive and let's say and they don't include such a lot of features in one. Because to have a loyalty program, reviews, wish list, under one roof, it's pretty tough task to do for from the development side and from actually like supporting an app and running an app on a merchant store. So it's pretty cool what we do.
And we'll get more into, I guess, what were the decisions behind which apps to focus on, because it sounds like a lot of the motivation is to create somewhat of an ecosystem between the different services or the different features or apps or however we want to break it down. I would say mainly it's Grove is an app, and then you have these different features, which are sub apps. Different. It's semantics. I'm not too concerned about that, but it's about the relationship between how each of these work with one another and why that might influence which ones to add into it. Because if you're going for the idea of multi-featured apps, then that does open the doors to what other ideas are out there, what other services could become available. So I am keen to ask about that, but I'm going to put a pin in that for now. What I want to know is about the origin of Growave and who started it and what problems were they identifying in the market at that time that they felt they needed to solve.
So yeah, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Actually, in 2014, we have let's say three founders. So back then, Eldar, his brother Ermek, and Eldar's wife Munara, they saw that there is a need of an app that combines a lot of features in one. So let's say back then they were working on another side project. It was related to IT, but not related to e-commerce whatsoever. It was mostly related to creating separate apps or small projects for IT companies or other businesses. And I mean, it was doing well. It was profitable company. They had a lot of employees. Um, but they realized soon that it's pretty boring, let's say, honestly. I mean, you can expect what's going to be in 3 months and 6 months and 1 year. So, I mean, you are famous, let's say you're known, you have a brand, but you're not grown beyond that. So, they wanted to explore a niche where there are no boundaries to grow. So, there's a limitless amount of merchants or customers you can have or limitless amount of like let's say revenue you can get per year. So that's when they started to study e-commerce, especially Shopify, because back then Shopify started to become more and more popular, especially among smaller businesses and medium sized businesses. So they saw an opportunity that you can actually quickly scale up on Shopify. So that's when they started to develop an app. And by the way, we are in located in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. So
Bishkek,
it's
Kyrgyzstan.
pretty interesting location to have an IT company because everyone asks us, "Where are you from? Are you from US or Australia or New Zealand?" So everyone expects all these countries, but when we say no, we are from Central Asia, actually, they're like, "Oh, that's quite bizarre." I mean, because for them they cannot expect that there are IT companies in
Mhm.
such small countries.
This isn't going to reflect well on me at all, but this might be the first time that I had even heard of Kyrgyzstan. To be frank, like a couple of weeks ago, we had Printful on, and Right Disappearance. He was from Latvia, and I had heard of Latvia, but that was just because of an episode of Community where they have this um, underground blanket city, and there's a Latvian independence spread going on. The joke is it's so intricate that there's all these things happening on the inside. So that was like a fluke to have heard of that country. So one other thing that I suppose I would like to ask, but we'll pin this as well, is if you later down the line you can tell us some interesting things about the nation, because I would love to hear. I get to talk to a lot of people in Europe. I get to talk to a lot of people in the States, a couple of Canadians once in a while. As a Canadian myself, that's always nice. But I'm just amazed at the ability of the internet to allow all of these different, not just countries and cultures, but also methodologies and different perspectives coming from different unique backgrounds, and how even something as I say small, but I say it respectfully, can still have a massive influence on a lot of people.
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty. Kyrgyzstan is such a small country. I mean, it's I'm not surprised that a lot of people don't know about it because it's quite small. But what we are mostly known for is mountains, beautiful sceneries, nature. Also, our country is quite cheap to travel, especially known for backpackers from all over the world. We have clean air and fresh water. We have mountain peaks with ice that brings freshest water. I mean, actually, 90% of our country is just mountains, if you think about it. Just the capital and few other cities and regions that are flat. The rest are um, pretty, let's say, pretty mountainous. I mean, some people live super high in the mountains all year round and they don't know anything else. Also, we have a beautiful lake, which is one of, I mean, maybe second or third highest salt lake in the world. I mean, it's basically very high in the mountains, and it's huge. It has waves. It's like similar to the sea, and it's like very popular in our country, and especially during summer. You can swim there. There are a lot of resorts, and also people from neighboring countries, and even from US or Canada, they travel to see this beautiful lake. So it's pretty cool.
One other thing that I would like to ask about it as well, and this one is semi-relevant to what we're talking about today as a whole, is also the really being able to provide internet access. So even here in Canada, we're a large country. We're 1/10 the population of the USA, but we're it's not our goal to compete with them. And even here, we do struggle with providing adequate internet access. Toronto's pretty good because Toronto's a world-class city, but as soon as we get further up north, internet does become quite expensive and quite resource intensive to maintain, and a lot of it actually has to do with the weather. Once you go the further up north you get, the more colder the nights end up being, even during the summertime, and so there's a lot of maintenance involved in keeping these things going. So has providing stable and internet access up to par, has that been a challenge for the nation as well?
Well, actually, in the past few years, our internet connection really improved. I mean, I can travel to, let's say, the lake I was talking about. We have remote Wi-Fi routers you can bring with you, and during pandemic, especially when we were working out of the office, more than a month I spent there and just working from that Wi-Fi, which is not, let's say, connected to anything else, just like catching some signals from regular like cellular lines, and it was working perfectly. And actually, it was working better there than in the city, so which is quite surprising. So I'm definitely there are regions where internet connection is not great, but I would say that we improved significantly over the years. And let's say major cities or they all have stable internet connections. And internet in our country is pretty cheap if you compare to US or Canada. I mean, how much you
Oh, you
pay?
can compare
Like,
a lot
I
more than the
mean,
internet, I can tell you that much. Phones, rent, food. Yeah.
yeah, but on the average, I mean, you can spend about 20 US dollars on internet for your home. So it's about an average monthly rate, which I know is much higher for Western world because I lived myself and I paid for just my phone, let's say, internet. I paid over 50 or 60 US dollars back in US monthly, which is quite a lot.
hmm Yeah, I mean, not to get too far into this side of it, but I do think it's interesting to point out, which is some of it has to do with, I guess, demand and supply, where
Mhm.
in order to maintain that high level of access to a densely populated part of the city in the States or here in Canada, that's resource intensive. So to yeah, if I'm going through the mountains and there's me and maybe like two other people nearby, you don't have as many people taxing it. But over here, we have a lot in just in this department alone. We have maybe 50 to 60 people all doing something internet intensive, especially now because so many people are working at home. So I mean, just the whole concept of internet access and resource allocation is a fascinating subject. And one part of this too that I also observed, and I'm wondering if you can speak to this, is also seeing how a culture can have a more significant influence depending on what are their barriers and obstacles. And what I mean by that is over here in Canada, it's not so hard to sell to the States. Some of that is just because I'm right next door, so I've had a great deal of exposure to American culture. Frankly, who hasn't? But there's also logistics too. Being able to start up a Shopify store here, and my guess is it was a lot more effective and efficient and more of a motivation to provide a service because a service isn't something so bound by cultural norms, right? You don't have to pick like a niche to and then figure out what part of the states it takes to that niche. What you can do is allow people to get tools that make that their jobs easier. So by providing a service, it allows a nation such as Kyrgyzstan to have a worldwide influence.
Yeah, I mean, let's say if we compare our country to US, I mean, we are far behind, but in terms of services or e-commerce or anything related to that, we are still like quite far behind. We are just seeing how all these things are just starting to grow, or like just the seeds get planted right now, because in terms of e-commerce, right now you can only buy things through Instagram, which is popular, which is, I mean, you don't buy things through Instagram in other countries as much. Let's say, I mean, you don't have a shop that you just text them via direct and say, hey, I want this thing, and then you negotiate and then they buy. Instead, in US, let's say you go to the Instagram page and then you click on the website link and then they make a purchase. But for us, it's not like that. We are quite far behind in e-commerce world. But interestingly, in the past year, we have a new marketplace called Wildberries. It actually comes from Russia. Uh, and it started to grow really rapidly. We have It's similar, like, let's say Amazon has a lot of pickup locations. I mean, you can get an item delivered to your home, but also you can get it from some certain pickup location, like Whole Foods or others. It's similar like that. Let's say it's kind of Valbrits as our Amazon right now. Actually, when I was living in US, I was actually almost crying. How I'm gonna live without Amazon Prime? Seriously, I'm gonna live without one day delivery. How? And I mean, yeah, it's pretty tough. But what Wildberries did for our region, they started to deliver much faster. Actually, some items get delivered within 3 working days, which is quite impressive for such a small country. I don't know how they do that, how they ship items that fast, but they manage to do so.
Hmm.
So in
Yeah, I mean,
terms,
if they're modeling off of the Amazon model, they recognize that Amazon wasn't profitable for a while. So the more important part is securing the resources, securing the supply lines, and then over time, as demand increases and more people are attracted to the platform, the profitability expands laterally because then you have more sellers, more people willing to use it. Because look at it this way: you have somebody shipping a couple of products. Well, it's still one vehicle, it's still one road, so by the time that there's enough people adapting to it, now it's the same truck, same road, but now they have 100 products. Now they have 1,000 products on it. So that I guess that's a model that I would imagine a lot of different companies are adapting, and Amazon has certainly led the way in that regard.
yeah, I mean, Amazon is, I mean, it rules the world right now. It's almost everywhere, and especially it's dominating in US, and in the COVID and pandemic in general, you can see how they changed the way how they work completely, uh, because supply and demand just went like crazy once the lockdown started, and they had to manage and change a lot of things how they do business, especially with the merchant base who sell on Amazon. So I mean, it's the company that we have to look at, and it's the company that invents a lot of things that get adapted. So I mean, similarly, Shopify grew in the pandemic. We've seen a spike of new stores since like May 2020. Uh, of course, a lot of them had to, let's say, they shut down because of, I mean, the fees started to add up, and also they just didn't survive the pandemic, let's say, the business. But even Shopify, you can see how it changed over this period of time.
Over, yeah, it's certainly expanding and growing. And to that same question, have you noticed a comparable amount of growth and expansion within Growave within that same pandemic period?
Yeah, I we grew in our merchant base, let's say more than double. So let's say I cannot say exact number at the moment, but let's say 50% of our merchants right now at the moment came from that time.
Hmm.
So we were seeing, let's say, 1,000 merchants adding up monthly since May 2020. Actually, our team had to allocate additional resources and team members, especially to cover night shifts, especially for the support team, because we had a huge number of new customers coming in, and the amount of new tickets growing significantly every day. It's something
Yeah.
very new. It's something that we weren't prepared for. And actually, most of the apps, I've noticed it that they also weren't prepared for this. Nobody were prepared that such a large number of new merchants will just pop up out of nowhere. Just it's crazy.
And it's, I guess it's funny too, to because you're saying that you have people that have to cover the night shifts, because you have to imagine, like, it's 9:30 where you are right now. It's 11:30 where I am in Canada, and in the States, in like in Los Angeles, they're 3 hours behind us here in Canada. So there are certainly some challenges there in having people at the ready to deal with peak activity levels in a completely opposing side of the world. So certainly a lot of challenges. I do want to unpin that pin-eyed. I'm still working on the metaphor. It's not perfect yet, but whatever. I want to get back to what we were talking about with the different products that you have. And I got the website open up. The list here, it's so loyalty and rewards. There's reviews, wish list, social login, Instagram, and then, well, it says here integrations, and I didn't actually look into that one personally. So that one, I apologize for not looking at earlier. So it seems to me that the ecosystem here it's highly about customer retention, and it's about making sure that the customer is getting as good of an experience as you can supply, but also making sure that the customer becomes as much of a valuable asset to the seller as possible through social proof, through activity. So tell us about, I guess, what was what was the strategy here, and maybe there were, if possible, if there were products or services that were tried out and didn't quite fit, or if there's ones that you have in mind in the future, or where you want to go from here. But we definitely want to get into what the products are available here, and really how they work, and the psychology behind them, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, the strategy is simple. All we want to be is useful all-in-one marketing app. So obviously, we focus on customer retention, social proof, and also just in general improving customer experience when they're on the website. So let's say they come to the website, they log in, they create an account, and then they start adding things in the cart or maybe to their wish list if they're not ready to add it to the cart yet. But even if they leave the website with the cart with items in the cart, thanks to social login, they come back and the items are saved for next purchase. And there are a lot of things to, let's say, increase sales, not in terms of let's say upselling or cross selling or pushing sales, but more like reminding customers about the brand through automated emails that they will receive if they have items in a wish list. Let's say they will get notification if the items are back in stock or out of stock, or in that way merchant can also track what items are in the people's wish list, so they can also manage their inventory better, which is pretty cool. But most important part of Growave, let's say our strategies, loyalty, and reviews. We believe that loyalty is, I mean, the main thing that creates engagement for customers, drives customer retention, and in general improves customer lifetime value as well. Uh, we have a lot of features for that. Let's say points, gift cards, um, VIP tiers, and lots of things. And reviews are definitely important for actually website to show up in Google rankings higher. Let's say because reviews really improve generally the SEO of the website, because the Google will see that people actually comment on that website, they leave reviews, they actually, so it's not like kind of a fake or some shady, let's say, website, but actually people buy from it, people leave reviews. So this website gets higher rankings, and besides, people trust it more. So this is our strategy, let's say, to have a tool that let's say replaces five different tools, so they don't have to download different apps. I mean, it's very convenient to have everything under one dashboard. uh, Personally, I've worked in e-commerce. In terms of, I was a merchant myself. I helped to open up a business, and back then it was in 2018. uh, back then, I wasn't in Growave and I didn't know about Growave, but we used other apps, and it was quite a headache to switch between apps, especially if you have wishlist app, then reviews app, then an app for loyalty. It's a hustle. I mean,
Mhm.
and all these payments, they add up, and
Yeah.
comes out a huge sum.
So the advantage that I had said earlier is that all of the apps, because they're all part of, well, the products are part of one app. The syntax. I'm not happy with my syntax today. I'm doing my best, but anyways. So the products are all part of the same app, and by being all together, that there is more of a connective tissue between them. So what would be the difference between, let's just say, for instance, I install a review app from one company, and then I install a loyalty and rewards app from another company. They're not, if maybe they'll get along, maybe they're aware of each other, maybe there'll actually be some tangible consumer activity between the 2 points. Whereas what I think is effective here is that there are particular nodes or widgets or even features that take advantage of the fact that all of the products are part of one app. So, is there like a more of like a direct causal relationship between somebody's activity and reviews, and how that might turn into reward, or how a wish list might be integrated with the Instagram? Anything along those lines?
Yeah, basically, the benefit of having everything under one app is that there is a obviously one integration between everything. It's all interconnected. Whereas you install an app, a review app for one company, a loyalty app for another. Let's say they're not gonna. I mean, they might integrate, depends on which you install, but most likely they'll not integrate well with each other. So sometimes it will cause clashes on the website, clashes in discount codes, and customers will get confused most of the times. So in our situation is that because it's all one app, all the discounts are tracked. Let's say if you leave a review, uh, if a customer leaves a review for an item, say t-shirt, and after a few days they'll get an email notification, hey, you bought this t-shirt, how do you like it, how will you review it? And in email, actually in box, a person can just type a message without having to be redirected to anything else, and just submit it, and it will get automatically published on the reviews, and this person will automatically like get a reward. You can set up what kind of reward they will get. Let's say they will get a price discount, coupon code, or fixed amount, anything, or they will get points for that. So actually, you can give points for leaving review, or you can give a discount for leaving a review, which is all very connected. Same goes for wish list. I mean, if you share your wish list with your family, let's say via WhatsApp or Facebook or any relevant social network, person will get points, which is pretty cool as well. You can actually set up the ways how to do things and set up things. And in terms of integration with Wishlist or Instagram, I mean, there's no like direct integration between these two features. But let's say a person goes on Instagram feed on a merchant website. So let's say we have an Instagram app that provides you an Instagram feed pulled out of your hashtags or your account or anything relevant. They can click on items, they can shop, or they can add them to their wish list. So which is pretty cool because we've seen in countries like Malaysia, we have a customer called Happy to You. So it's like a shoe and accessories store, and they say more people buy from Instagram feed over clicking on collections of products because people are visual beings. We see an image that we like, we click on it, and especially if there is a button shop it or buy it or add to bag, they'll click on it if they like it. So it's pretty cool.
So with the Instagram, just one thing that I want to clarify for my own sake is if it's, say, just directly my own brand's feed, or is it, say, I can identify hashtags that are, it's like if somebody else takes a photo of my product, for instance, and they post it and they tag the company, would I have access to other people's Instagram feed, or is it just my own Instagram feed that I'm in control of?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Thank you.
You can actually add images from your, let's say, customers if they add a certain hashtag. Let's say if they add hashtag and your brand or like t-shirts 2021 uh, and the company name or something, it will get put out to your Instagram feed on your website. You can set up a gallery for it, actually, a separate gallery saying like what customers say about us or customer photos. And you can actually do the same for certain products. You can have a separate gallery for a certain product. Let's say you have this particular shoes, and you can bring all the pictures related to this pair of shoes from Instagram.
Yeah, and then one thing I would want to do too is on the product page in particular, I would also want the Instagram feed to be there. So then that way it's part of the social proof because I can have reviews, but then I can have photos of people who are using their product, and it's directly correlated with the product that I'm trying to sell. It gets to the point where the customers are doing the selling for me at a certain point. Because we can take nice photos and everything, but it's just not the same legitimacy as another human being not being paid by the company, who in fact is giving the company money, saying, "Look at this is great, I love it."
Yeah, I mean it's quite important to showcase social proof on your website, and really helps to build a brand identity and trust and all these other things. And I mean, if we are talking about content, user generated content, it's proven to be more effective rather than advertising or other like branded images, because people like to see how things are in real life. Mm, Same goes for reviews. Like people really like to see photo reviews because they are more valuable than perhaps just a message and saying like, "Oh, it's a nice dress and it fits well and came on time." No, people really want to see how it looks like in real life,
Yeah.
and by providing such features as customers content like user generated content on your website, you really build trust and really I mean you gain sales, you
Mhm.
increase your income in the end.
And that's good news too. And one thing that I hadn't really thought about until our conversation today is how it's also, I would say, elevated the pressure on the sellers to promote a product that is visually what it's going to look like when they sell it. So if I can just draw a brief association with, say, um, Well, I mean, Instagram, I think initially it was very popular among food culture because people were taking photos of the restaurant meals that were delivered to their tables, and I don't know if there's like actual any tangible data to support this, but my guess is that once people realized people were taking photos of what the product they had ordered, it put the onus on them to make sure that it was as presentable. So if I'm going to see this meal in a commercial, it better be the same thing that I see when I show up in person. Because if not, I'm going to take a photo and say, haha, this is what it really looks like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good point
Thank you.
because really it really shows the proof that the product they receive is exactly what they see on a photo. Let's say a very known advertisings, let's say by McDonald's, we see a beautiful burger, but in reality it comes just like I don't know, it's not even close to the burger.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like advertising, like what you expect versus reality, or same as, let's say, if you, it's a funny joke that goes around in our country, say if you order something from AliExpress and then what you expect, and then reality, let's say
Yeah.
you order I don't know, a pet bed that is huge, and you see like a Great Dane laying on it, and then it comes like a dog bed for a hamster, let's say.
Yeah.
So yeah, people better see, or for merchants it's important to understand that the customers better see that what they get is a real product. I mean, to really showcase to customers that they'll get what they expect to get. I've seen it's a common thing in Asian countries is they do live streams and showcasing the store, and let's say, okay, this is the dress we have, or show it on the models sometimes. So this can be effective, let's say, because right now live streaming is very popular, and if you want to grow your brand, it's better to have this widget on your Instagram always appearing that you're active. As our marketing professor said, if you are not posting something in stories for 24 hours, means you're not alive. So and that's how they say. I mean, if you want to be effective in social media marketing, you better post as many things as possible, and you can, and merchants can really utilize it to showcase their inventory, and like what people can get.
hmm And I think another thing that it's done too is that it has opened up the workforce for people who are really perfect for that role. I remember a conversation that I had with a friend. This was a number of years ago now, where I had said that one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of social media is the impermanence of it. Where I'll do an Instagram story, and I might put some effort into it, and then it's just gone. And personally, I've always had a bit of an issue with that. I've always wanted to make something that really sticks and tries to stay relevant as long as humanly possible. Whereas my friend was the complete opposite. She actually appreciated that things were impermanent and that she can do something and then it'd be gone in a day. And it was more about it really being engaged in the moment and almost zen like, where whatever I see on Instagram today is not going to be what I see tomorrow, because that's life changes on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, I agree with that. Sometimes it's really about showing showing really different content, because people really want to see different things every day. I mean,
Yeah.
if they see the same videos, same stories, similar things, I mean, or if they don't see anything, I mean, they get sick of it, they get bored. And I mean, life changes, and businesses can really utilize these tools to show how they business changes, let's say, or how they grow, and showcasing their orders, how I mean, really use it to communicate with customers or potential customers. It's not about just selling on your social media, let's say. I always tell it's like about telling stories, or telling your story, your brand story. For example, I've worked for different social media uh, agencies, and we were developing any ideas or strategies for the social media, and most of the time they just focus on selling, 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 and then something interesting, then selling, selling, and I'm like, no, you should really do like 20% selling, and the rest is engaging with your customers. I mean, even post a meme, that's kind of fun. I mean, if I go through stories and I see if there's something interesting, like a meme or funny joke or funny video, I always like stay on it, just or sometimes react to it because it's fun. And especially the brands that utilize this, uh, they're really successful. I mean, I've seen an example. So I buy the subscription for my dog. It's a monthly box with toys and stuff. It's Bark Box, very famous in US and Canada. So actually, I read a study about it and their social media engagement, and actually, most of their followers, surprisingly, they're not even dog owners. And actually, why is because the content is really interesting that they post. Because who doesn't love puppies? I mean, everyone loves puppies. So the content that they post, people love it. Especially in TikTok, they started to utilize it and grow on it. More and more, I see engagement content from them
Sure.
on
So
this.
I was caught a little off guard. I might have misheard. Now, so like the fans, the people engaged, that makes sense because there's a lot of. I mean, I can be very happy just seeing images or videos of puppies and kittens and snakes. And whereas with sorry, just but they weren't the customers, were they? Like, were the people who didn't even have a pet? They were ordering the boxes just so that maybe they would have something to get.
No,
Okay.
I mean, they are the followers, like they
Okay. Okay.
follow the brand on social media, and they're not even like, let's say, customers, or they don't even own a dog. But actually, it's a great opportunity for the company to even target those who don't have pets, because they obviously have friends who have pets, or
Exactly.
they know
Friends,
somebody who
family.
has a
Yeah.
pet. So they still aim to produce content for those people who are not dog owners, or I don't know, pet owners, but they can like showcase their brand to turn these people into, let's say, word of mouth marketing, and say, hey, I saw this company, maybe it's good for your dog, let's try it out. Or let's say we have a few friends back in US. They're crazy about my friend's dog, and actually on Christmas they sent more gifts for the dog than the friends because they open boxes. It's all for the dog. Christmas sweater for the dog, uh, toys and shoes for the dog, everything. And they're saying like, Will you ever get something for us?" Because and most of that it was like bark box items, or I don't know, something from online stores like pet stores. So I mean, it's why would people buy it or know about the sweater for a dog? Obviously, it's social media or a presence of the company there. So that's how people find it.
Yeah, it also just speaks to the individual strength of certain niches. So, I mean, the pet niche, for instance, is whether or not somebody is actively consuming or buying product, everybody will love an animal in some way, shape, or form. So that alone, just like you're saying, it turns them into word of mouth customers or word of mouth, so that they can convert their friends into it. So, yeah, it's really interesting to see the strategy there, and it really all just comes back to you know I mean, really making people happy, right? Showing them pictures or videos of animals and making them want to be engaged and almost say thank you for putting these little smiles on my face without the trouble of having to like pick up an animal's poop or fish him out of the
Yeah.
lake like you had to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, so here's something that, well, actually, a number of things I've been wondering to be quite honest with you about the service here is so there's two funnels occurring somewhat in tandem, I would argue. The first funnel is the consumer funnel, and then the second is actually, I would say, the merchant funnel in how they would over time adopt more of a Growave. Because I know that there's a different pricing plans, there's different structure to it, and the idea is as the business grows, and it's I've seen the strategy before. It's proven effective. As the business grows, it's logical to then take on higher plans to then be able to use more of the products and services, more like use them more effectively, right? We don't want to like go ham right away and then end up really kind of like losing money. So um, if it's possible to actually like speak to both of them at the same time, that would be great. But that's to me, I would if I were in your position, I would be perplexed by that. So I'm not going to like force that or anything. But
Yeah.
first thing I want to know, really, to start this off is um, how am I getting those first customers, those first possible loyal customers, the first hero customers. Like even it comes down to which product in particular out of Growave's options would be effective initially, and then if you can speak to how that would funnel customers, like should you start with a loyalty program? You know what I mean? Like what would be a good time to integrate the different products depending on the progress of the store itself.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Thank you. I worked hard on
So
that one.
you probably know that we have like three plans, not counting in a free plan because our loyalty program starts from a starter plan. So the loyalty program and the starter plan, it's mostly points based. Uh, and in terms of a small business, I think it's a great opportunity to introduce a loyalty program to the first customers because a points program, it's very simple to understand and let's say control from a merchant side, and easy to understand for customers, and they can keep track of their points and their progress and how they can redeem it, so it's very pretty obvious. And this is something that we recommend for the stores that are just starting. Let's say they want to have a first loyal customers, but they're not ready to commit to something higher, or they are not that savvy yet to have a more, let's say, advanced features. But in terms of a growth plan, there you will get like a referral program, VIP tiers, and other relevant like free gift or something like that. Uh, all these important features under this loyalty program, and it's very comprehensive loyalty program already at this point, and I would recommend it to any store that is already like more, let's say, established but still growing, still and already has some kind of customer base that is loyal. But let's say customers, they already know, okay, I get points, I redeem it, so what? So at this point, customers, they just want to see something more, or there is a need. Let's say I can see that in a bigger stores, the churn rate gets higher, the retention rates like decrease. So to avoid that, VIP tiers really help into engaging customers because they will see their progress on the store depending how they earn and spend points, and they'll see what kind of benefits they get with each tier as they progress. Actually, in Growave, you can create unlimited amount of VIP tiers, which is pretty cool compared to, say, other apps. I've seen some companies that do the whole trailhead or trailblazer, so the customer actually like make a purchase, they go on that tier, and then they have like up to 10 tiers, which is pretty cool. For some, it's kind of similar to gamification. Let's say you have levels that you go, not just tiers but levels, and as you progress, and it's a great way to engage with the customers that, let's say, see that there's no value in points anymore. That way they'll see that, okay, I'll get something cool next time I go up the tier, or I'll get this discount up the tier. So it's really about retaining and engaging customers. And the referral program is obviously important for referring friends or all this word of mouth marketing. Uh, it's pretty simple to integrate. You just put let's say you just enable it and it's all live on your store, you can actually have a dedicated separate page for referrals. They get a link and they send it to their friends, and their friends can purchase via this link. I mean, this way actually you can get micro influencers for your store technically. Your customers are technically the best advocates, I would say, and they can be your influencers for your brand. And with this program, like referral or affiliate program, they get what they want, like discounts, or if they really love the product that they want to stick with the brand, but they just want things for free. Uh, they can just become ambassadors and let's say promote the brand. Um,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I'll say too, I've been using GoDaddy as my web hosting service for probably 10 years now. So we have our annual call where, they'll be like, say, howdy, Joseph, how are things doing? And I just like crack my knuckles and go, all right, guys, I've been here for 10 years. What do you got for me? So, we do feel like we want some extra love for all of the love that we've given in return.
yeah. So yeah, loyalty is the best way to reward your loyal customers. Also engage them and do all these things. I mean, so they stick around with you longer. I mean, you can talk about loyalty for like and customer retention for hours and hours and hours because the amount of topics I've covered about loyalty and the amount of blog posts and articles I've written, it's never ending circle. It's gonna be there. It's been there for over 50 years. It's gonna be there
Yeah.
and another. It's just about how like let's say brands innovate around it, because I mean everyone knows points or tiers. I mean, but what else you can do, how you can step up so you can create something customer centric and
Yeah.
not kind of one size fits all loyalty program, but something that really something that's really personalized to each particular customer.
Yeah. And you make a great point too, just about how loyalty can be one of the more nuanced subjects in e-commerce and how there's hours and hours and hours worth of conversation there. And I think a lot of that just has to do with the heightened connection between the customer and the business, if not the person running the business, because you have somebody who possibly even depends on the product, if they're purchasing it that much, and it's really become an integrated part of their life. And so it reminds me of my own experience as a salesperson. The more somebody bought from me, the more compelled, but also it happened organically, that I was to have more of a relationship with that person. It's like, they'll email me back. This watch number 5 now. Like, oh man, it's so good to see you. Come on over. We'll get you a cup of coffee. Of course, we give a cup of coffee to everybody who came in, but still, just some of the I felt the energy just organically within myself of gratitude that this customer was so in line with our business model. So I think a lot of that just has to do with, you know we call them customers because that's the agreed upon name, but they become elevated in the eyes of the seller. They become ambassadors, they become friends, they may even become family at a certain point.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with that. It's all about making connections, building relationship with your customers, and then the ambassadors, and etc. I mean, I worked in e-commerce or like for a merchant, and actually there are plenty of customers that I used to talk almost daily because they would just call me up and say, "Hey, how are you doing? How is your business doing? Are you having a sale anytime soon by any chance?"
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you already have a family discount already. So yeah, it's all about building connection with your most loyal. So no, let's not go to call them customers, but your most loyal people who trust your brand.
Right. Now, so this was a different piece of information that I learned prior. It wasn't on another episode, so or maybe I should have said that so our audience would dig through it. But anyways, one of the issues is, depending on where the store is or where the brand is at their evolution or their career trajectory, The earlier on they are, the more challenging it might be to have the loyalty programs because the brand doesn't have that same kind of recognition. And what I'm seeing here is a confrontation of that logic. I'm seeing quite the opposite, which is, the loyalty program is really one of the first nodes, one of the first components to the evolution of using the software. So, what can you say about what level a store should be at, or what the brand should have in order to compel people to be a part of the loyalty program, especially early on when the gears have only just started spinning?
There's definitely, if you just started and you have zero orders and let's say only one order, it's kind of hard to have a loyalty program in place. But on average, I would say for a store that has already a decent amount of orders, I'm not gonna like specify an amount of them because it all depends on the business they're doing. Because a business can have 5 or 6 orders a month, but let's say each order costs like or like overall order values over like 500 US dollars or something, because there are such cases. Let's say I've seen a lot of people who are painters and they sell their artwork through Shopify, and each of them costs a lot of money. Obviously they're not going to make so many sales in a month, comparable to if you sell t-shirts or shoes online. But even at that point, if you have a little amount of orders, you still have to start building a relationship with your customers. Maybe not through a loyalty yet, but let's say rewarding them for leaving reviews. Because the first thing that you need to get as a business is to get reviews on your store up and running. Because if you don't have them, you don't have any like proof that your business is legit. um, and then on, once you see that there is a, a growing number of new orders or new customers coming in, that's a great moment to start rewarding them for like coming back. Especially you have to look at mm, generally at repeat orders as well. If you see a lot of repeat orders, it's probably a good time to start working on your on your loyalty program. If you are seeing just like one-time buyers, I would recommend just start with reviews and like rewarding them for leaving review, and let's say or rewarding them on some certain activities, and then processing with the higher tiered up loyalty program.
Mhm. Okay, and well, this question is a little bit more of a technical one, but one thing that I would consider doing for my own store, which I am working on my own because I can only talk to so many people and not want to do one, is I would want to retroactively reward people who had made a purchase prior, maybe before my rewards program was set up. So, like, if I would want to go through the previous orders and say, "Hey, we've started this rewards program. Now we've seen that you've been loyal to us prior to, so we would like to give you some points just to get you started." Is that actually? There's still, I guess, it's a two-in-one question. One, is that a good idea? And two, is that something that I can actually deploy within, say, Growave?
First, yeah, it's probably a good idea, but depends on how many people you have or how many orders you have to go through. It's a lot of, let's say, work to do. But if you know a few customers in particular, and let's say you install Growave, or already have a Growave installed, they'll build but not a loyalty program yet. Let's say you just on a free plan or something. Uh, Through social logging, they will already have an account. And once you add a loyalty program, you'll have an ability to manually add points for them, actually through settings. So definitely you can just email them, hey, I've launched a loyalty program and I know that you've been a customer for a while and you made etc or like X amount of orders, and I'll just give you like 1,000 points from a start, like just like that. I'll give you 1,000 points, and you can decide what you want to do with it. So yeah, you can definitely do that with Growave. I mean, we also have a lot of customers who just migrated from another loyalty program, and they wonder like, how is my loyalty program gonna work with Growave loyalty program? It's pretty simple. Like you can export and import data, and it will be aligned. And if there should be if there are any mistakes, you can always like switch it up. And the ability that we give to change the you can even change tiers of your customers if you have tier program, for instance.
Terrific. Well, great answer. I appreciate that. And with that, we are just on the cusp of hitting an hour. I don't know about you, but this hour kind of flew by. And
Yeah.
maybe to you it felt like it dragged on, but it's because it's been a long day for you. So I wouldn't blame you if you felt that way. But
No,
um,
that was pretty. It just flew by. It's pretty quick.
yeah, so it's been great to talk to talk to you today. And I guess if you don't mind me giving like another 5 minutes, one other thing that I would just personally like to know too is because you mentioned here or there like what you were doing prior to working with it. So some of your prior experience um, in running your own store. I would just like to know a little bit more about your own career path and what got you to this point, and then I'll let you go.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I will always like to share about myself and my journey, but
Sure.
starting, let's say, my career path started from very odd things. I was a photographer, and I was studying to become a journalist. Um, then I switched up into advertising and PR. That was my basically my bachelor's degree. But then I went on a few internships, and I was mostly focused on photography. And I was a photographer for F&B. I was working for F&B, and then I realized that I wanted to do my master's degree about marketing around it. I was studying in Dubai, and I mean, it's a very well-known city for also growing in e-commerce in general.
Hmm.
So I got an internship at a subscription company called Mama's Box, and they actually on Shopify, and that's how I got into e-commerce in general. So I was technically like an assistant merchant. I was helping my boss to manage the store. Then it's been a while for it was lasting a while, like a few months, and then I realized that I want to continue my masters in US. So I moved to US, and there my friend is like, "Oh, I want to open my store. Can you help me?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Which platform?" She's like, "Oh, Vix." And I'm like, "Oh no, you'll want to move to Shopify, you know." And then she's like, "Okay, fine. Let's do it together then." Then it's when we launched the store together. I was helping to set it up, running it for a bit. Then got I switched to another store for my friend. Like pandemic hit, and he's like, "Okay, I gotta move my store online." And I'm like, "Oh," and he didn't even know that I used to work for that, like in e-commerce in general. And then basically I helped him out, and then I moved back to my country from US due to COVID, all these issues. Then I stumbled across Growave, like IT company, or work based on Shopify, and etc. And I'm like, okay, I know Shopify, and I'll give it a try. And here I am. For the past, let's say, 7 months, I've been working at Growave.
It's funny, like you and I are similar in that way, in that we've both been with our companies respectively around that same amount of time. Because the pandemic was such a major shift for pretty much everybody. A lot of people ended up in a different place than they were before. So it's a fun little parallel there. And with that, I again thank you for your time and for your insights. There's definitely a lot of great takeaways here for myself too. I do this for the audience, but I do it for myself too because there's a lot that I'm happy to learn in this regard. So, if you, I usually like to give people a chance if say like there's any like final words, parting wisdom, if there's like a quote you like, stuff like that. You're welcome to share it, and then let the audience know how they can, get in touch, maybe check out some of your content and check out the product in of itself.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it was a pleasure to talk to you. I mean, I really enjoyed doing such podcasts or
Oh,
little
great.
interviews because it's really great to get to know new people. So, but what I always say to, let's say, brands is, um, always try new things, and also always be customer centric, because your customers is who you are and they define you. And if we look at successful companies, most of them are all around being customer centric. And I mean, in during pandemic, if you are stored that is just starting, or I mean, we are still in pandemic and we will be there for a while, I guess. But if you are a starting store, I would recommend just not give up, obviously, and just try your best, because I mean, e-commerce is the next thing.
Yeah.
More and more people will shop online, and these people will actually go in store because we are in a new era right now.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, and I don't know when this is going to happen, but I do think at some point the term e-commerce altogether will drop, and it'll just become enmeshed with commerce in general, and it'll just be a business. And so, one of the things that I visualize about this show is that, yeah, it's an e-commerce podcast and we talk to people in the e-commerce space, but at its fundamental, it is a business podcast. And for that reason, I'm also fortunate to be able to talk to people in different parts. Right, we got developers, we got people specializing in retail. um, so that people actually, interestingly, an episode that I think people should check out all of them, but one of them that comes to my mind right now was John Crestani, who he had actually focused on using some more classic mediums like television. We've had people talk about using postcards. So, sooner or later, I think it really all will be one thing. But my prediction, if I'm right, it'll probably be later than sooner. It's still going to take some time.
yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. But in terms of what's going to happen in e-commerce or latest trends, I mean, you can check out some of my works on a Growave blog. We occasionally post there. Um, I mean, there is my LinkedIn. Maybe the link will be added under this podcast. I mean, if you want to get in touch or talk to me, I'm always open, or to
Perfect.
give any suggestions to businesses. And about Growave, you can just click our homepage and just check out our company and what we do and what we have to offer for you. And we if you have any questions regarding our app or in general, you can just drop a message to our live chat there, or just drop me a message on LinkedIn. I will also
Excellent.
answer it.
All right, fantastic. And with that, one more thank you for the road to yourself, and one thank you to our audience for their participation. It's great to know that the value that I have been able to give for myself is also value that I can share with all of you. So, to that, I say take care, and we'll check in soon.
HyperSKU, and I'm based in China for the last 10 years. Office is in Shenzhen.
Hey, this is Joseph from Ecomonics. Just wanted to thank you for being here and for giving this content your time and attention. I hope you learned something. I can say with certainty, I have learned something with every episode that I have done, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. There's a couple things you can do to help us out. If you want to check out the audio content, we are available on all major podcast platform distributors. And while you're there, give us a 5-star review. It helps a lot. And while you're here on YouTube, there's a lot of things you can do to help out as well. It's not going to take very long. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button for this episode, and hit the notification bell so when we have new content for you, it's going to be at your doorstep ASAP. Lastly, this podcast is created by Debutify, the best Shopify template available. It is 100% free for you to start, and it can change your life. It can make you so much more free than you are right now. So if this episode wasn't enough to convince you, I think a few more might do the trick. So have at it.